So what are the things that you should look for while buying a health insurance plan? Well, first and foremost, read a document called the policy wordings. It's not very easily available, but now that all companies have an online presence, you will find the policy wording on their website. That pretty much is the Bible and mentions everything about the plan in detail. Usually a sales brochure is offered, which is more of a sales pitch and a deck which highlights all the good features of the plan. But a very comprehensive description of the plan is there in this document called the policy wordings. So strongly recommended that you spend 15 to 20 minutes in understanding that, and it will clear almost all your possible doubts. So I would say that you should look at the policy wordings. So how am I going to help in this video? Well, I'll probably highlight a few basic things which you must be looking out for, even in the long list of policy document wording. So here it is. First and foremost, understand what type of plan it is. There are enough variations of health insurance plans. You've got indemnity-based plans, you've got hospital cash benefit plans, you've got fixed benefit plans, critical illness plans, and it can be quite confusing if you just look at the sales brochure. So, if you can have a look at what type of plan it is, and your first health insurance plan should always be a comprehensive indemnity-based health insurance plan. And an indemnity-based health insurance plan basically covers, all your hospitalization costs in case you're admitted. Your doctor fees, your room rent, the ICU fees, medicines, everything is, pre-hospitalization, post-hospitalization expenses. All are covered usually without any cappings. So look out on what type of plan it is. Second, check if there are any room rent cappings. Very often you find insurance companies launching plans which are priced lower but will have a cap on the room rent. So it could be that you cannot take a room which is higher than 1% of your sum insured per day. So suppose you have a 3 lakh cover, the room rent being charged by the hospital cannot be more than 3,000 per day. I find that pretty limiting, though it might actually suffice, but I would not like to have such a clause. I would say paying a slightly 1,000 rupee extra premium is far better than having this clause of a room rent cap. So that's something I would avoid. Second, look out for any co-payment clauses. Now, what is co-payment? Co-payment basically means that you will have to bear a percentage of the claim. So if your claim is of 50,000 rupees, the co-payment clause might say that you will have to bear 10% of it. So 5% is borne by you and 45% is borne by the insurance company. Companies put this clause to sort of make you a stakeholder and in some way discourage you from making small claims. So I don't like this clause too. So if possible, try to take a plan which does not have a copay plan. For a lot of senior citizen plans, unfortunately, copay is mandatory. But do your basic research, and if you see some plans which don't have copay, and there are options available, go in for a plan which does not have the co-payment clause attached. A third, of course, is go through the list of exclusions. It's again part of the document called the policy wordings of the plan. Go through everything which they say will not be covered. The last thing you want are surprises, and those are the last timing when you should actually be surprised. You've met with an accident or some illness has come and you go on to discover that this is not covered. So that's the last bit of surprise that I want. So go through the exclusion list in detail. Another point which I would say is look out for the cashless hospital network list of the insurance company. Basically, if you're staying in a certain place, there are 3-4 hospitals which you're likely to visit. Check if these hospitals are part of the cashless network of the insurance company. It's a huge advantage because you don't really have to worry about carrying cash, and in case of an emergency, that's the last thing which you would actually require. So a cashless facility is a great plus, and see if the hospital which is close to your house is part of the cashless network of the insurance company. Please bear in mind that this list is actually reviewed by the insurance company on a regular basis. So you might find some hospitals being added and removed from this list on a regular basis. And lastly, I would say always compare at My Insurance Club before buying. Ignore this at your own risk. If you have any questions on this, please drop in a comment and we will be happy to share our thoughts. Thank you.